You're in the wheel of my car. I'm outside my siblings' work. And I kind of have nothing to do. I'm just kind of sat here. So I'm going to talk for a little bit. It is the 2nd of April, so this will be the first thing you see in the April vlog. Happy April, happy spring. The clock's changed. Look at the sun outside. I say that, it's actually quite dark. Oh my gosh, I see my sibling. Oh, they didn't see me. Anyway, I saw them in the rear view. Anyway, I got my car back, for those who don't know. My car had to go get fixed. Because it was leaking oil and there was a bunch of problems with it. But it got fixed, so now I have my car. Could I have turned the car on and put a light on it? Yeah, but I feel like this kind of vibe is kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Anyway, we have to go take my mum for her tattoo tomorrow. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's in a different town. And I'm just like, am I just gonna be bored? My older brother said if he's free, he'll come with us, and then me and him are gonna go shopping to find a new TV for his house, because it's not a house, but he got a new place. Oh my god, there's my sibling again. He got a new place, and so he's gonna buy a new TV. So he said he would join us. There was a flash of red outside, and I got scared that I'd turned my car on or done something. I haven't touched anything. Anyway, what else can I update you on? It has been confirmed I'm seeing Dear Evan Hansen again, and I am seeing Six the Musical again, and I'm so excited. We're going to Edinburgh for the Dear Evan Hansen, and we're going somewhere for Six. I can't remember where. Somewhere. My stomach's rumbling. I'm fucking hungry. I ate dinner, and I'm just so hungry. Maybe I'll have a little snack when I get home. I really want sugar. Do you ever have that? Like, you just crave... I just smacked my wrist off the wheel. I crave sugar right now. Anyway, welcome to my car. Oh my gosh, I can show you guys these. I don't think I've shown these in a video yet. Let me pull one off. We're gonna edit out how difficult that was. I've got these little clouds. Wait, where's my camera? There. I just smacked my indicator. They're little clouds. I've got 4 of them. And they go in the vents of my car. That one won't go back. Uh-oh. Well, they did go on the vents of my car until I took... Oh, there we go. I took that one out and then it got stuck. But I have clouds. I have my marshmallows. They're hanging on there. And then my key... Oh, I could have done that. My key has a little coffee cup on it, which is pretty cool. I should probably put that back in though. A metaphobia update. Things are doing better. Things are still hard, obviously. I'm still fucking petrified of sick. But I'm doing a lot better. I have my dietitian on Monday. Today's Wednesday. On the 7th. The morning of the 7th. And I'm hoping all goes well. Because I don't think I can deal with it if it doesn't. I think it might be one of my final appointments. They're just waiting basically to do final checks and make sure that if I need to go back, I have the resources to do so. This is my wheel, by the way. I'm not just cut off weird. I realised I haven't finished my sentence. My sibling had asked the license plate of my car so that they could come and find me. But we're at the brothers. We're about to leave to go and pick up my mum from her tattoo. Here's the fit. We're in ripped jeans. It's very sunny. These also weren't actually ripped jeans, but now they are. Anyway, my brother's on the phone, so I should probably shut the fuck up. Hello. We are going to visit my friend at work. And we're driving. I'm in the driver's seat. I was waiting because there was someone there. But we're in the driver's seat and we're gonna go bully people at work. First of all, how do we feel about my Scooby-Doo shirt? I think it's pretty nice. We are going to the cinema. This is my phone charger. Because I'm driving and my phone's gonna die. We're going to the cinema to see... I just dropped my pen. Six the Musical, which I know I've seen live. And yes, I'm seeing it live a second time, but that's not the point, okay? We're gonna go... I'm very excited. This wasn't the plan though, so I'm a bit late, bit stressed. Today is the 21st of April and we are about to put on music and reorganize everything because I've realized that I have so much shit that just needs cleaned. Who would have thought? I just got out of the shower. Also, is anybody else really enjoying the fact the sun, well, I say the sun's now out while it's like fucking miserable today, but is anybody else enjoying that they can like not fully dry their hair and the sun's just gonna do it? Like, that was one of my favorite things when I worked by the beach, was like, you could go to work with like wet hair and within like 20 minutes it'd be dry. You know what I mean? I also had really short hair at the time, so. But anyway, we are going to reorganize everything. I have like paychecks that need moved. I have concert tickets that need to be pinned on the wall. Wait, up here with all the other tickets and an envelope that needs to be sorted. That was my Crank Gameplays tickets, but then the show got cancelled, so I just have the tickets. I have just so much that needs done. I need to move my fridge. I have a mini fridge in my room. I need to move that, and I need to move my monitor. So we're gonna do all of that. I have like an hour, give or take. So that's what the plan is today. That's what we're gonna do. Because I want to just, it's mostly just like my stuffed animals are like all hidden, like this guy, but then you can see like there's Dan, like Dan Howell, like they're all just kind of hidden. And I have a lot on this wall behind the camera, and they're the ones that I really want to organize the most. But yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're doing. We redid the red. I don't know if I filmed since redoing it. I redid it like almost a week ago. But yeah, and then we're just gonna chill. We're gonna chill. It's gonna be a chill day. I'm seeing my friends, and then we have the Jinkies egg hunt. So we're gonna do that. This will be the first Easter egg hunt for the Jinkies S&P that I've attended. And I have been on the Jinkies S&P since the OG. I just slapped myself really hard. So we ended up falling asleep at 2. It's now 9:30. I also woke up at like 5:30 randomly, and I told myself that my body can get to fuck and I'm going back to bed. So we're gonna get changed, and by that I mean we're just gonna put on a different t-shirt. Because I've already put joggers on. I just need to change my top. And then that's kind of it. That's kind of all I have to do. I'm like looking about to make sure that I've got everything. This camera is also very squint, but it's fine. You guys don't care. Anyway, I have like 45 minutes. I know I got up really early. I know someone's gonna say that. Like, I don't actually have a lot that needed to be done. But in my head I was like, if I don't get up early, I know I'm gonna freak myself out. So we got up early. We're gonna finish getting ready. This is the hoodie I'm wearing. It's my terrible influencer hoodie. This hoodie is probably one of the most comfortable hoodies I own. I have a lot of issues with like necklines of hoodies, and this one fits well. Look at that one piece of hair. There we go. Anyway, this camera's being held very low, and I'm the one holding it. We're gonna scroll on TikTok for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get changed. The first clip of this vlog is like this. We're in the car because we are going to Tesco. Because does anybody else who has an iPhone get that weird crack in it? Because I did, and now my charger fell apart. Oh my gosh, who did this? I did it. I have, hold on, let me show you guys. It's a little, what's he called? Mr. Bean Bear. Anyway, we're gonna go to Tesco. It is day 1 of the family being on holiday, which means I have the house to myself. I'm currently about to cook pizza. But it turns out I don't know how to work the oven. So I've been waiting for my parents to respond. We're gonna make pizza, and then we're gonna stream for like a couple hours, maybe. We'll see. It is first stream back in like, mops on the floor. First stream back in like 4 months. so it might not be a long stream, but we're gonna stream. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And then I have pasta for 2 days. Well, I say 2 days. Let's be real. Probably pasta a lot more than that. I also didn't get really anything for lunch, but we have one of those pancake mix things. So I think I'm gonna make pancakes. My dogs keep looking out the front, but nobody's there. But anyway, that's the plan. Tomorrow I have the doctors, because for those of you who don't know, I've been complaining about it all of this vlog. I think my shoulder's sore. It really hurts. So we're gonna go get it checked to find out what I've done. And I woke up this morning and looking to the left, it feels like something's pulling down my back, which isn't good. So, my dogs are making noises. We're gonna make food, stream for a little bit, and that's kind of it. Not gonna do a lot. Just gonna chill. I don't really like being on my own. I don't like being home alone. I don't like doing anything on my own. So this is either going to be really good for me or it's going to suck. Also, this pizza, they have like it's frozen, but there's only pepperonis on like one side of it. Like what's up with that? I think I might make myself tea to have while I stream. I don't know. I don't really have a plan right now other than eat my food because I'm fucking starving. I was meant to be streaming at 6, right? And it got to like, I want to say they left, well, I took some of them in my car and we got there at like 5. So I posted on Twitter, which if you don't follow me there, you should, the stream was going to be delayed till 7 to give me time to eat. Because it was like a 30-minute drive home. I had to stop at the shop. Please don't bark. I'd stop at the shop as well. So it's very stressful. So I was like, let's delay stream. And then my brother was like, I'm coming around later. And I was like, please, for the love of God, message me before you do. Because I don't want to fucking freak out that somebody's broken into my home when it's just you, you know? You guys are on my living room floor. My hair's all tied back. I'm in my big jeans with my Buzz Lightyear socks. Today is day 2 of being alone. And today, I think I'm gonna get my eyebrow pierced. I think I'm just gonna do it. I've been thinking about it for a couple weeks now. I wanted another piercing, and I was like, I want my eyebrow pierced. But first, we're gonna go and walk the dogs. Then, we're gonna message the piercer, see if he's actually got availability, because obviously I don't want to go all that way for him to be like, I'm not got walk-in availability. Then, we're gonna go to the doctor's. I have a doctor's appointment at like 3:30, I think it is, to get my shoulder fixed. And by that I mean they're at least gonna tell me what I've done. I'm hoping, part of me is like really hoping, in fact no, all of me is really hoping that they'll just say it's all in my head, but part of me really hopes they don't say that because then I have to be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? I'm currently cooking pasta, but let's quickly chat. I got my eyebrow pierced. I had my doctors about my shoulder. I start physio next week. My dogs are very loud. They've given me a ibuprofen gel to hopefully help until they figure out what's wrong. And that's kind of it. Very exciting. I'm putting a hoodie on as I'm filming this. My PC's on. We're about to do It Takes Two with Kanga, which is really exciting. But I don't know if I properly spoke yesterday after my doctor's appointment about what happened. So, here's your little rundown. It is the 30th of April, which means it's the last day of this vlog. So this is probably the last clip you're going to see, because I don't think I'm going to film anything later on. I'm so busy today, and it's all online stuff, which is great. Like, I have a stream, and then we are filming the podcast, and then I've got to clean my room, and that's it. Everything, which doesn't sound like a lot, but stream is like 3-4 hours. Podcast will be about 2 hours. Like, that's already 6 hours, and in between that I have to walk both my dogs, which I'm not allowed to do. We're gonna get into that. I've got to walk both my dogs, make myself dinner, eat dinner, and get ready for the podcast. But anyway, let's slow down. This is an awful angle. Can I put you guys, stick to my monitor. Stay there. Is that a bit better? It'll do. So, I had my doctor's appointment yesterday about my shoulder. For those who don't know, injured my shoulder in 2020. I've been getting the year wrong this whole time. I injured it in COVID, but I kept saying 2019. It was 2020. Injured my shoulder, thought it would be fine because, like, obviously it was COVID, so I couldn't really go to a doctor's anyway. So I was like, oh, it'll be fine. Didn't do anything about it. Re-injured it, and it was in a lot of pain recently, so I went to the doctor's. Anyway, I saw my normal doctor who basically has been seeing me since I was like 13. 14. When was I diagnosed with hypermobility? 13. Been seeing her since I was 13. And she's great. She's really good at understanding that I freak out. And I said to her, I was like, there could be nothing wrong with me. And I said that to her. I was like, if there's nothing wrong with me, do just tell me straight up there's nothing wrong with me. Don't do it in a roundabout way. I freak myself out and I get worried very easily. So I was like, the minute I started getting shoulder pain, I freaked the fuck out. But told her everything that was happening. I was like, I can't lift my arms over my head properly. I can't do this, can't do that. Everything hurts. So she was asking me, like, is there anything you've been avoiding? Like, normal questions. And I was like, yeah. She was like, how do you do this? How do you do this? Because obviously I work. Thank you, Discord. I explained it all to her and was like, yeah, here is everything that's wrong. And she goes, okay, we're going to start you with what's called first contact physical therapy, which is basically emergency physio. It is the first physio you can get. It is like, if you need physio there and then. So she goes, we're going to start you with that next week. So physio next week. We are going to get an ultrasound of your shoulder, which I didn't even know was a thing, because she's worried that injuring it in 2020, re-injuring it, it's not healed correctly, like the muscle, because I was saying that I felt it tear when I first injured it, and I remember it so vividly. And she was like, I think there's a chance that because I'm hypermobile and I move a lot, it's not healing correctly. So she was like, we're gonna get an ultrasound, and if it's not healing correctly, I will need surgery. Which is, right, this isn't funny. I need everyone to know I'm not laughing because it's funny. The funny thing is, and she was like, I think you have a rotator cuff injury, which is in your shoulder, right? She was like, I think it's the muscles for that. And last August, if you guys remember in the monthly vlog, it started with me going to hospital for a rotator cuff injury because they thought I was having a heart attack, but I'd injured the front of it. So I'd pulled all the muscles that like go through your, like in front of your ribs. I pulled that and done something to my shoulder and trapped a nerve. It was a whole thing. And I had a rotator cuff injury. So she was telling me, you've got a rotator cuff injury. And I was laughing. And she was like, why is this funny? And I told her. And she was like, yeah, but I don't think this one, this one is on the wrong side for it to be a heart attack. Thank God. 2, it's a lot worse because I'm struggling with work. And 3, I've been in pain for months. So she gave me an ibuprofen gel. She was like, do you want any painkillers? And I was like, no, because that means a lot of painkillers, you can't drive on them, like high painkillers. So I was like, I don't want that. I want to be able to drive. And she goes, okay, and have you got any dogs? Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm home alone right now. I'm home alone until Friday, technically Thursday. And the reason is my family are on holiday and I'm home sitting the dogs so I can like walk them and stuff. I just itched my face and now it's red. She goes, have you got dogs? And I went, yeah, I've got 2. She goes, you're not allowed to walk them. I was like, the whole reason I'm home right now is to walk these dogs. So once again, I sit there and I start laughing because I was like, this is so dumb and this is such a me thing to have happen. Like, yeah, I got this injury years ago, re-injured it, turns out I might need surgery. Like, are you kidding me? So I was like laughing about it because like, what else am I meant to do? And she was like, we'll get you started with physio and then see basically what the ultrasound says. She was like, once you get the ultrasound, it'll be about 10 days of waiting to find out. So that's fun. I'm hoping that the physio helps because I have done 2 rounds of physio in my lifetime. I did one when I was 13. I did it for about a year and it made everything a whole lot worse and I hated it and I was miserable and I had it for my knees. And then in 2019, I had another year of physio for my knees because my knees were still really bad and they were still thinking, you just have hypermobility. And I was like, this can't be hypermobility. Like, just hypermobility. Spoiler alert, I was right. I feel like that sounds really bad, but not in the sense of like I'm really happy I was right, but in the sense of I was glad that I knew I wasn't making this up, and a lot of people were looking at me and being like, are you sure? Like, people with hypermobility get pain. And I was like, but this isn't that. I was right. So she was like, do you have feeling in your arms? Like, do you have feeling in your hands? And I was like, yes, but my fingers, half of my hand keeps going numb, but that could be because I have fibro, it could be because of the injury, I don't know. And she was like, well, no one really knows. We won't know until this ultrasound. So that is your final update. This is probably going to be the final clip. I might get one more clip before I go to bed tonight. So yeah, if this is the last clip, stick around for next month. Next month is a very boring month again. I'm not really doing anything. I think I'm gonna try and get more clips because it's nicer weather as well, so we're gonna try and like go to the beach and stuff. Let's go to the beach each. Let's go get away. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go watch YouTube. I need to start stream in like 20 minutes. I'm getting a call from Glasgow. They were calling about life insurance from Glasgow. I don't live in Glasgow, nor do I live near Glasgow, so that was weird. I thought it was gonna be about something else, but I'm not. I was like, oh, maybe it's because I'm going to see a show, but I'm not seeing the show in Glasgow, I'm seeing it in Edinburgh. So anyway, we're watching Jules LeBlanc because I love her, and then we're gonna start stream, but I want to finish this video first, and this video is like 15 minutes long and I need to start stream in about 20 minutes. So do you guys remember when I said that would be the last clip? Well, I have stream in 10 minutes, so this is like 5 minutes after, but I forgot that I said I wanted water when I streamed. Let's pop you up. We're in my kitchen. It smells terrible in here. Also, when I squint, I can see my eyebrow piercing, which is kind of annoying, but it's just I'm trying to move the bowl out of the way. It's just because that was really loud. It's because it's a really long bar when you get pierced. They pierce you with longer bars so that when it swells and stuff, there's room for it to swell. Also, this is my water bottle. Also, I don't know how I'm gonna get ice in there because we have reusable ice cubes. But yeah, I was like, I have a redeem hydrate thing on my stream and I never remember to have water with me. So this is me getting it. So anybody who is watching this, who comes to my streams, and today when I'm on stream and I say, guys, I went and got water. Also, I put a t-shirt on, okay? I was sat down and I was like, it is too hot to be in a hoodie and I know I'm going to get stressed about the fact that I'm in a hoodie. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to put on a t-shirt. So I took the hoodie off and switched. And now I have my Beetlejuice t-shirt. Also, look at this. It says I love you more above our stairs, which is kind of cute. But yeah, it's 20 to 3. We start gaming at 3. So, also I'm shutting my door, but I'm like, no one's here. But like, I'm stressed out. Also, my room's a mess, I know. Not that you guys can see it, but I can see it, and that's enough for me to know that like, you guys can feel it through the phone.